Hello, my name is Amber Crowson, and today I want to briefly introduce the clinical nurse leader role and share how my clinical nurse leader project will strengthen communication and resident safety in our long-term care facility. Imagine with me a resident is transferred from the emergency department onto your floor. Within 30 minutes of the admission, you have to call the emergency room department nurse because the handoff was incomplete. There was medications missing, recent changes were not shared, level of acuity was not shared. This happens often and leads to real consequences: medication errors, duplicated treatments, delays in treatments, and hospital readmissions. This is a problem that the clinical nurse leader is designed to solve. So what is a clinical nurse leader? What is our role? The clinical nurse leader blends direct clinical insight with system level improvement. Our job is connecting the bridge between residents, nurses, administration, workflows, data, and safety outcomes. As a clinical nurse leader, I serve several roles. I review the data to identify patterns, evaluate workflows to find where communication breaks down, lead evidence-based improvement efforts, educate the staff, and support team accountability. Long-term care, memory care, skilled nursing is a very complex system, especially when they're all in the same facility. There are multiple units, older adults with many comorbidities, frequent staffing transitions, high turnover rates, high cognitive load. This type of environment makes structured communication absolutely essential. So where does the issue lie? What exactly is there gaps in communication? So the current handoff process lacks a standardized structure. Reports vary nurse to nurse, the interruptions are frequent, and incomplete information will trigger delays, rework, and medication errors. So what's the solution? Where do we go from here? My Clinical Nurse Leader project will introduce a standardized shift report tool and a customized emergency department transfer form. The project will also include quiet space practices for nurse-to-nurse handoff, consistent education requirements, peer champions that will lead the project, and regular audits to build sustainability. With my project, I will expect clear communication, fewer errors, fewer clarification calls, and stronger teamwork. Ultimately, this improves resident safety and aligns with the institutional's goals. Why is the clinical nurse leader role important? Why does it matter? The clinical nurse leader ensures the practices are evidence-based, consistent, and safe. By bridging frontline care and system-level improvement, the clinical nurse leader will enhance the outcomes for both the residents and the staff. My call to action is very simple. Join me in making standardized handoff communication our new norm. This change will require all of us, every shift, every unit, every handoff, every time. Together, we can meaningfully reduce preventable events and elevate quality across our facility. Thank you.